Okay, so tell me your name and give me a little bit of information about yourself.
Well, my name is Damien Ramos, and I'm originally from New York. I have been doing a lot of traveling over the last 10 years. Most recently, I was living in New Orleans and doing organizing work around homelessness. And I have been in and out of homelessness for the past, I would say, 3, 4 years. And initially, it was by me making a decision to leave my job because of issues that I had on my job that caused me to be very stressed. And so I traveled out west. I was living in Mississippi at the time. I traveled out west, and I found myself, running out of money, not really being able to find a place that I could afford, get on my feet. And that's when I initially entered into homelessness after just not accumulating the money that I needed to get back on my feet. I think that my experience has been overall just minimum wage and the wages according to the skills that I had at the time wouldn't allow me to be independent. It was always just living paycheck to paycheck, just not making enough to be able to become self-sufficient. And I realized that the wages in many cities across the country that I've attempted to live in don't pay a living wage, one that takes into consideration, housing, food, everyday basic needs for a single person, let alone a
Tell me
person.
why you think, you know, this is such an important issue and why people should care about it.
I think it's an important issue for several reasons. I wish I could go into details, but I think mainly people aren't aware that homelessness, the history of homelessness in this country, particularly back just a few generations ago, homelessness has taken a radical change in what we perceive as homeless people. A lot of people have this perception of the homeless people being lazy and not wanting to work, and choosing to be homeless. And although that might have been somewhat true in the past, I think that the reality is now that a good number of people that are homeless do work, have some sort of income and do work, and that more and more what you see, especially in major cities, large cities, is rent skyrocketing and the wages not keeping up with the cost of living, which is forcing people into homelessness. And even what we consider to be homelessness today, we don't take into account people that are doubling up, tripling up in homes, people living out of their cars. There's a lot of people that actually go to school full time and live out of their cars because they can't afford to rent an apartment. So I think just, if people would realize what is going on in the country that is making so many people homeless, especially now during a time of like an economic crisis where we're going to see so many more people wind up into homelessness, then we can really address the root causes, which is not being addressed. A lot of the services that are being offered to the homeless are band-aid solutions that just have people revolving in and out of homelessness constantly because the root cause is never addressed. I think that the simplest way to address homelessness one simple way is to really just match up people's incomes with housing. Make it affordable, make it within their means. That's it.
Thank you.
Mhm.